Hi USF. How y'all doing? I could imagine it's a pretty bad night for y'all. But remember all the trash talk you have put us through the entire week since last week? Yeah, the ones that y'all started. Where happened? What happened? What happened? What absolutely happened? Where did they go? Where did you all go? Now the reason why I'm trash talking because you put us through it. I'm not afraid to do it because that is the shit that we've been through the entire week. And what was the end result? The end result is a 50-15 blowout against y'all at your own stadium. The claim saying that will not be ready for a Tampa crowd or they won't be ready for anything like that. Bro, we went to Gainesville, no problem. What makes you think that we go to Raymond James Stadium, a NFL stadium that you currently have in the meantime? It's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Okay, that felt good. So the Miami Hurricanes go to Tampa. They're not South Florida. We are true South Florida. To take on the Tampa Bulls. See what I did there? Their real name is South Florida Bulls, but they are a named school based in the 90s, at least I think the 90s, named University of South Florida. Maybe you should change your name. Why not Tampa University? Or Tampa College. I know there's already a university at Tampa. They're the Spartans. They're Division II. Just saying, because there's no claim that the South Florida school in Tampa is actually in South Florida. No, they are in the west side of Florida, West Florida, the Gulf side of Florida, in the central part. Meanwhile, for Miami, we actually have a claim to say we're South Florida. FIU will have a case that they're also South Florida. Hell, even FAU, who is in Boca Raton, is South Florida too. Get rid of the name. So, we're going to go through it. In the first half, it was a pretty competitive game. I will say that. While the Hurricanes were trying to figure out the South Florida Bulls, the second half, not so much. Second half, the Hurricanes figured them out, and they made some adjustments. Just a teeny tiny adjustments. So the first possession, because Miami had the football first, we start off with the incomplete pass. Now Cam Ward definitely had himself a pretty off first half. It was the first half that he liked to forget, kinda, but also to South Florida, and albeit too, South Florida Bulls. They're pretty good. They were a pretty good football team for the most part. There's a reason why they were looking at them to make this potentially make an upset. But the problem is they ran into the Hurricanes, who now they're saying that the Hurricanes are better than Alabama. But yet earlier in the week they were talking all that shit. So it was a rough start. A incomplete pass. David Martinez loses 3 yards. 3rd and 13, pass complete to Restrepo, and Restrepo is still our best receiver, no doubt about it. 1st and 10, Cam Ward with another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Cam Ward with a pass to Horton for 4 yards. 3rd and 6, pass complete to David Martinez for 14 yards. So one thing that they love to do is a little short pass and the blocking. 1st and 10, Martinez goes up the middle for 5 yards. There will be a penalty. On USF for offside, so they want to keep the first down. So you might as well accept the penalty and offside, right? First and 5. Cam was scrambled up for 18 yards. So that was good enough for the first down. However, 2 penalties happened at the same time. One penalty was a hold on USF, which was already a 10-yard penalty. However, after that penalty, which was during the play, after the play, there was a second penalty. So not the offensive hold, the defensive hold was during the play. After the play, there was another penalty on USF. It was an unnecessary roughness against the Bulls, which was technically a late hit on Cam Ward. What happened was he was holding him. After they went out of bounds, they just pushed him off. That is a dickish move. And they want to call us the dirtiest team? I don't think so, brother. First and goal at the 5, pass short is incomplete for Jacoby George. Penalty would be on USF for a pass interference, which was clearly an obvious pass interference on the left side. And then Damian Martinez starts us off with a touchdown to make it 7-0 Miami. Good start so far. USF now gets the ball. Kelly Joyner with no gain, 2nd and 10. Byron Brown, who is their quarterback, runs up for 5 yards. There will be a penalty on Miami for unsportsmanlike conduct. That was a pretty silly thing to do, if you ask me, which was also a late hit out of bounds, which is, yeah. I think that was pretty much a response towards USF, what they did to Cam Ward. So that will be first down. After that, at the 45, Byron Brown pass complete to Rahman Yassan for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, Joyner goes up for 12 yards. That's good enough for the first down. First down and 10, pass incomplete. Joyner, 2nd and 10, loses 2 yards. 3rd and 12, Brown goes up for just 2 yards. 4th and 10 at the Miami 40. What did they do? Well, they bring out a freshman, Gramatica. If I butchered it, let me know. But this is a 58-yard field goal, and he makes the 58-yarder. Wow, insanity! That is a good kick. I'll admit that. I'll admit it. That was a great kick, a NFL-style kick. I mean, draft them already. So it makes it a 7-3 game. Next possession, Miami. 1st and 10, pass complete to Samuel Brown, losing a yard. 2nd 11, incomplete. 3rd and 11. This is the one where Jacoby George has to make this catch. He had it for about a second, and he didn't have full control. It went up in the air, and it was picked off. It was picked off at the 30. So now USF gets really good field position, and 3 plays into it. Byron Brown pass complete to Atkins, who is their best receiver, for 18 yards. 1st and 10 at the 12, pass incomplete. 2nd and 10, Atkins complete from Byron Brown for another 12 yards. And touchdown Bulls. Touchdown South Florida Bulls to make this a 9-7 game. They line up for this time. This is the first time I'm going to say it. PAT is blocked. After the touchdown, John Cannon, who was their responsible for the block, blocks off Gramatica kick, and that was returned all the way to a little further down, but nothing happened there. So what could have been a 7-10 game will remain a 7-9 game. So that was awesome to see that happen. It was blocked. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, next possession. Mark Fletcher loses 3 yards, 2nd and 13. Cam Ward pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 8 yards. Third and 5, Cam Ward scrambles up for 9 yards. That gives him enough for the first. First and 10, pass complete to David Martinez for 36 yards. So from Miami 24 all the way to USF 40. First and 10, pass complete to Horton for 22 yards. First and 10, another first down. David Martinez goes up for 2 yards. Second and 8, Cam Ward pass complete to Jacoby George. He makes up for it and gives us 10 yards. Inside the 10, first and goal, Cam Ward pass complete to Isaiah Horton. Touchdown Hurricanes. We recaptured the lead. It is now 14-9. Next up, USF. This is where we're seeing what USF was truly capable of. A very fast offensive team who wastes no time to get ready to snap the football. They are incredibly fast. Byron Brown is really difficult to sack. They're not huddling, and as a result of not huddling, they're wearing down our defense. That brings our defense to their hands and on their knees. They are getting tired. We'll talk about that when the next possession comes. But for this one, Keith runs for a yard. Second and 9, Byron Brown goes up for 6 yards. Third and 3, Byron Brown pass complete to Sean Atkins for 28 yards. First and 10, pass incomplete. Second and 10, Keith goes up for 4 yards. That ends the first quarter. Third and 6, pass complete to Keith for just 3 yards. And they kick the field goal. Gramatica with a 51-yarder now. And he makes it to make it a 14-12 Hurricanes lead. 250-yarder plus field goals. Impressive. Next possession for the Hurricanes. First play, Cam Ward pass complete for 27 yards to Restrepo. However, that's being called back because illegal formation. So that did not count, which was bullshit. So first and 15 now, pass complete to Elijah Arroyo for 14 yards, so close to the first down. Mark Fletcher would get us the first down on the spot. First and 10, pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 18 yards. For the Hurricanes, first and 10, timeout's been called for South Florida. First and 10, pass incomplete. Second and 10, Ward pass incomplete to Jacoby George. There will be a penalty on the Hurricanes for ineligible receiver downfield. So that backs us up in our own territory now. Second and 15, pass incomplete. Third and 15. This is where that crazy play happens with Cam Ward. Cam Ward was scrambling for 2 yards. Now, in real time, it was a really crazy move. As he was going down, he laterals past to his teammates. I forgot who it was, but he laterals it to the teammate behind him, and he got the first down. Would have got the first down, however, if they have not gone to review. They did go to review, and they determined that Cam Ward's knees and shin was down before the lateral, which means they had to punt the football. Damn. That was a crazy play that did not count. It is what it is. Next up is USF's very long drive. This took them 19 plays to score something. 19. This is what I'm talking about earlier. A fast tempo offense, a good running game, the good blocking, no huddling. They are a quick offensive setup team. And that is a reign terror on our defense. They started at their own 7. Pass complete to Atkins for 8 yards. Second and 2. Brown himself goes up for 2 yards. That's enough for the first. Passes incomplete. And notice this. They just keep going. They just keep lining up. They're not even huddling to come up with a strategy. They're just doing it. First and 10, pass incomplete. Second and 10, Byron Brown for 2 yards. Third and 8, passes incomplete. However, there will be a penalty on Miami for illegal substitutions. They were going incredibly quick. So what could have been a fourth down turned into 3rd and 3, and of course passes complete to Atkins for 10 yards. That gives him the first. Joyner runs for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Byron Brown goes up for 3 yards. 3rd and 5. Byron Brown pass complete to Atkins for 9 yards. First down once again. He goes up for 2 yards. Byron Brown 2nd and 8. Brown pass complete to Rahman Yassan for 6 yards. 3rd and 2. Wright goes up for a yard. 4th and 1. Naquan Wright goes up for 6 yards. Another first down. Yay. What else is new? Wright goes up for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Byron Brown pass deep, incomplete. However, another penalty on the Hurricanes. It was a personal foul. I think that was I think they called a pass interference on them, which was an automatic first down, and they get them closer to the end zone. Byron Brown pass complete to Atkins, losing 2 yards. 2nd and 12. A pass to Joshua Hardiman for 14 yards. Now they're inside our 10 yards. First and goal. Finally, after all the attempts the Hurricanes were trying to make, very close to sacking Byron Brown, they finally are able to do it here. He is sacked by Jaden Harris for 6 yards. Byron Brown would get hurt for a little bit. He had to be set out for a play. It was a running play for Wright for no gain. He does come back, Byron Brown, and gets sacked again by Simeon Barrow Jr., losing 8 yards. Penalty on South Florida Bulls for a false start. John Cannon, field goal is good. Okay, so Cannon was their kicker. I thought it was Gramacita. Either way, who cares? It is a 45-yard field goal. And from my knowledge for the Hurricane season, I believe this is the first time in this season that the Hurricanes trailed at some point. The score is now 15-14 for South Florida after this possession. 15-14 Bulls. From my knowledge, this was the first time they have trailed in the season before. They never trailed against Florida. They never trailed against Florida A&M. And they certainly never trailed against Ball State. From my knowledge, this was their first time trailing. Incredible. However, they needed to respond quickly. Miami comes in at the 20 because of an offensive hold. Martinez starts off with a 4-yard rush. 2nd and 6, gone. Pass complete by Cam Ward to Samuel Brown. 76 yards. 76-yard touchdown reception to the house. And just like that, the Hurricanes immediately respond and they immediately recaptured the lead. And they went for 2. They went for a 2-point conversion, which they gave it to Damian Martinez to convert a 2-point conversion to make it 22-15. And we lead by 7. That is awesome. USF, knowing them, was still roughly 2 minutes, a little under 2 minutes. They could still march down the field. So, Byron Brown's pass short of the middle, complete for 12 yards, complete. Atkins. There was a penalty on USF for an offensive pass interference. So they go back 15. Well, 12. First and 22. Pass complete to Atkins for 11 yards. 2nd 11, incomplete. 3rd and 11, false start. Looking pretty good on defensive wise. And then Byron Brown pass complete to Keith for 64 yards. It was a horrible coverage. that one screen pass to the left side of the field, he was almost gone. He almost made it to the end zone, but thankfully he did not. One of our secondary was able to catch up in time and tackle him. But boy, that should have been the end of possession right there. But thankfully that didn't. Thankfully, yeah. After that 64 yards, incomplete pass, second down and 10. Byron Brown pass complete to Atkins for 8 yards. 3rd and 2, pass is Keith loses 4 yards. A really good defensive play by the Hurricanes. 4th and 6, Cannon comes in to try to kick this 31-yarder, which was what could have been a cheap shot. I was expecting to be 22-18, but he missed it wide right. I'm shocked. I am shocked they missed it a little far right. They missed a 31-yard field goal to right. It could have been a 22-18 game, and it's still a 22-15. They missed it, and they never recovered. Halftime would be the halftime score, 22-15. And now, by this point, they made some adjustments. The Miami Hurricanes made some defensive adjustments, and they are locked and loaded. Since then, USF got themselves into problems. They were not able to march down the field like they used to. Byron Brown passing it to Atkins for 23 yards to start the third quarter. First down, false start. 1st and 15, Brown for a yard. 2nd and 14, pass incomplete. 3rd and 14, pass complete to Joyner for nothing. So they punted. Hurricanes, they need to score to keep themselves ahead. So in this possession, Cam Ward passing it goes up for 8 yards. 2nd and 2, Fletcher goes up for 4 yards. That's enough for the first. 1st and 10, a little overthrew, incomplete. 2nd and 10, pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 17 yards. 1st and 10. After that, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Cam Ward passes to Elijah Royal for 11 yards. 1st and 10, Cam Ward pass complete to Jay Allen for 16 yards. That's pretty good. 1st and 10, Jay Allen for 4 yards. 2nd and 6, Cam Ward pass complete to Riley Williams for 4 yards. 3rd and 2, Jay Allen for 2 yards. That is enough for the first down. 1st and 10, Cam Ward pass incomplete, intended for Isaiah Horton. However, there will be a penalty on USF. That would be penalty would be on USF for defensive hold, which would give us a first down in their own 7. Cam Ward goes up for 6 yards. That could have been a touchdown, but like I said, he was tackled just before. It was close. However, no fear, ladies and gentlemen, because David Martinez to the rescue, and he scores again. He has scored again at this drive. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game, and he makes it 29-15. Awesome. USF comes in. Byron Brown, incomplete passes. 3rd and 10, Byron Brown to Michael Brown-Stevens for 12 yards. First down, Byron Brown for 6 yards. 2nd and 4, right for a yard. 3rd and 3, pass incomplete. Penalty would be on the Hurricanes, albeit a very late flag, which was stupid, but they called it a pass interference on Daryl Porter Jr. That is a stupid call. I get there was some interference and contact, but that was way too late. Way too late. If you're gonna be peer pressured by the crowd, you gotta just shake off that feeling. You are the referee. Incredible. Anyway, that gives them the first down. Passes incomplete. 2nd and 10. Pass complete to right for a yard. 3rd and 9. Byron Brown rushes for 4. 4th and 5. They decide to go for it. Byron Brown scrambles up for 13 yards. That gives them the first down. However, in doing so, USF gets caught with a holding. So they go back 10 yards, and now they are forced to punt. We were looking at see if they were going to do some trickery because that's what they were doing most of the game. They were doing some trick plays and fake things to catch us off guard, but this time they didn't do it. Next possession, though. Hurricanes with another touchdown drive. Cam Ward passing it to Restrepo. I mean, X is just unbelievable, bro. First and 10, that was for 16 yards. First and 10 now, David Martinez for 2 yards. Second and 8, Cam Ward passing complete. Third and 8, Cam Ward pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 15 yards. First and 10, Cam Ward pass complete to Restrepo for 28 yards. First and 10, Cam Ward pass complete to Horton for another 18 yards. And then at the 1, Martinez scores a hat trick touchdown. A touchdown hat trick that will give us a 36-15 lead. We are up by 21. Next possession, which will end the third quarter for USF. Time is running low. Byron Brown pass to Singletary. I'm sorry, not Singularity. 26 yards for that goes all the way to the Miami side of the field already. Byron Brown for 6 more yards for himself. Second and 4. Pass complete to Atkins for 12 yards. That ends the fourth quarter. Byron Brown pass complete, incomplete. Second and 10. Byron Brown for himself for 2 yards. Third and 8. Pass incomplete. Fourth and 8. Pass incomplete, but a freaking penalty once again. Pass interference on the Hurricanes. That gives them the new fresh set of downs. First and 10, this is where Byron Brown. Before the pass interference. I got this totally mixed up. Before the third down play, Byron Brown actually ended up getting hurt during the play. He will wind up not coming back, and I don't think they want to risk him playing more for injuring himself more in the game because the game was going to be out of hand anyway. So Bryce Archie would remain in the game. He was the one that had an incomplete pass, and he was also another pass was incomplete. That was a pass interference on the defense, which was us. So just to clarify, I hope Byron Brown is okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So I'll say that. First and 10, Bryce Archie pass complete to Peyton Singletary for a yard. Second and 9, Archie got sacked by Maisador for a loss of 5 yards. Third and 14, pass deep is incomplete, but there will be a penalty for offside on the Hurricanes, which was a free play. It was an easy offside call, to say the least. But third and 9, passing it to the end zone. Michelle Powell intercepts Bryce Archie. He picks him off. They went to review to make sure that he was in bounds. Indeed, he was. And that swaggy celebration to the University of Miami crowd in Tampa, it was absolutely awesome. Cam Ward stays in the game. And this one, it took them 10 plays and 80 yards. Martinez goes up for 2. Cam Ward, Restrepo for 15, passing it to Restrepo for 15 yards. First and 10, 7 yards. Second and 3, Martinez just running through the entire pass rushing defensive line. Another 10 yards. And now, Jordan Lyle comes in to rush for 2. Cam Ward passing it to Elijah Lofton for 17 yards. Cam Ward passing it to Restrepo once again for 19. Martinez runs up for 3 yards. Cam Ward almost making another touchdown. Incomplete. But this time, the next play he passed it to Restrepo for a touchdown for 5 yards to make it a 43-15 game. So, USF, Bryce Archie just couldn't find a way to get down the field, and they had to punt the football. Bryce Archie gets sacked by Moakua. And then the next possession, Cam Ward goes to the bench for the rest of the game. So now that Cam Ward's day is done, the Hurricanes then now brings in Puffenbarger, Reese Puffenbarger, and the next 3 plays are all rushing plays by AJ Allen. That was for 3 yards, and Jordan Lyle. But with Jordan Lyle gets 2 yards and 3rd and 5, 91 yards to the house, and this game was getting ugly. What was a really tight football game in the first half turned into a very, very ugly game for the South Florida Bulls. And it scores now 50-15. 50-15. It's crazy how tables have turned dramatically. The Hurricanes, if my math is correct, if my math's correct, they scored 28 points. That's 4 touchdowns in the second half. 28. And then USF's last possession, Bryce Archie gets picked off by Miles Moo-Young. He gets picked off again, and that's it. The final score is 50-15, Hurricanes. What an incredible performance by the Hurricanes, especially in the second half. Let's look at Cam Ward's stats because this is the part where we need to talk about. Cam Ward, 404 yards with 3 touchdown passes. He was picked off once, but because of the fact that Jacoby George couldn't clean the football. This is the first time in Hurricanes history where he has 300 plus yards and 3 touchdown passes in the season in the first 4 games. I don't think anybody's ever done that in history. But yet he has 404. That is insane. Absolutely insane. For South Florida quarterback situation, Byron Young with 254 yards. He doesn't have a touchdown pass, but he does have a touchdown reception. See, the only time the Bulls would score a touchdown was actually, I don't know if I said it or not, but Byron Brown did score a touchdown. I did say that, but I didn't go fully in detail of it. So that's my bad. I know we're 32 minutes in. My bad. It was a flea flicker play by Sean Atkins giving it to Byron Brown. That's what really happened. So once again, my fault for not giving it a detail at that time. I do apologize. Everything else, it's all true. Rushing, it's been excellent. Jordan Lyle with 91 yards, insanity. David Martinez with 3 touchdowns. He has a hat trick. It's just incredible. Nobody has a receiving touchdowns for the Bulls, but yet the running game was pretty good. Just ours was better. Receiving yards, I mean, no question the Hurricanes. Isaiah Horton has been really good. Restrepo and Samuel Brown were excellent. And Sean Atkins, all they really have is Sean Atkins the entire game. 11 receptions, 125 yards. 3 interceptions the entire game. For the entire game for everybody. Brett Austin was the one that picked off Cam Ward. Powell was the first interception, and Moo-Young was that game-winning interception. And that's going to pretty much do it here. So once again, for the second straight season, we start the season 4-0, and we are 4-0 against undefeated against non-conference teams, just like I predicted in the preview. I predicted that. And Miami took care of business against South Florida Bulls. So incredible to watch. I was absolutely happy and ecstatic about that. And it got so bad that after that touchdown, what was a 43 game, they switched the game off. They switched the game off. I'm not joking. They did that. So they switched it to ESPN News, which thank goodness I have. So I watched the rest of the game there. And I saw that Jordan Lyle rushed. I mean, it got ugly. And as for the USF people that were just absolutely shit shit talking to the Hurricanes. I hope you learn your lesson to watch your mouth, wait till the game ends, and then you start talking. Because all of us have the receipts. Coach Coop has the receipts. Barstool USF should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. I'm not afraid to say it on camera. Y'all should be embarrassed. And this is another thing I want to say. This is according to AP. Cam Moore tops 15,000 career passing yards in number 8's Miami's 50-15 route of South Florida. That's incredible. And let's also say this. He already has over 1,000 passing yards, and it's only week 4. He probably has over 1,400 passing yards, over 1,400 passing yards, and it's only week 4. But now, our true test now is against ACC opponents. And in our first game in ACC conference is against Virginia Tech, and that's going to be on Friday night. Friday night football under the lights in Hard Rock Stadium. The whole canopy is going to be green. It's going to look beautiful. I think they're wearing black that night. I'm not sure. I think that's the night they're going to be wearing the black jerseys. And then after that, they have California. I'm worried about that game. They never gone to the West Coast. That game is going to be that game is going to be tough. But as far as I can see it, South Florida was probably one of our best opponents that we faced this season. But yet, Hurricanes had no issue in the second half. All it takes is one or two little things, and the Hurricanes know what's going on. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for content because Miami TGS are back. And what he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. Miami Hurricanes, the true South Florida team, has conquered Tampa Bulls. Or parentheses, South Florida Bulls. But anyway, that's going to do it, folks. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll talk about the Miami Dolphins. Good night, everybody.